Hello students, today we will be talking about integers on the number line. The set of whole numbers and their opposites are called integers. Examples of integers would be 1 and -1, +2 and -2, +14 and -14, +20 and -20. So it's any whole number and its opposite. On the number line, integers can be plotted on a number line where the positive values are located to the right of 0 and the negative values are located to the left of 0. Below, we're going to use the open number line to determine the location of each point. We're going to label the number line and your plotted points. Okay, so when looking at this number line here, I'm going to start right in the middle with a 0. All of my positive numbers are to the right of 0, so I'm just going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. To the left of 0 are going to be my negative numbers. So I'm going to start with -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, and -10. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and plot my numbers A, B, C, D, and E. Looking at letter A, they give me -8. That's going to be right here on my number line, and I'm just going to put an A right above it. As for point B, I've got +5, so that's going to be on the right side of 0. So I'm going to put a dot right above 5 and label it with a B. For C, I have -2. All my negatives are on the left side of my number line. So I'm going to go ahead and put a dot right above -2. Label it C. Letter D is 0. That's always going to be the very center of my number line. And I'm going to put a D right above it. And then for letter E, I've got +9, which is on the right side of my number line. And I'm going to put an E right above it. Okay. Question A says, which point in the set above has the largest value? And we need to justify our thinking. So when looking at all of these dots here, my letter E, which equals +9, is my largest value. Because it's the farthest to the right. Okay, the farther we go to the right on our number line is the bigger the value. When our numbers are positive and they are continuing on to the right past 0, those will be our most positive numbers. Letter B, which point in the set has the smallest value? Justify your thinking. So when I look all the way to the left on my number line, letter A is at -8. And that's going to be my smallest. Because it is all the way to the left. The farther away we get from 0, going into the negatives, the smaller the value it is. Even though 8 seems like it would be, -8 seems like it would be bigger than 0, because we all know when we look at +8, 8 is bigger than 0. However, when you're talking about negative numbers, the farther or the bigger your negative number gets and the farther away it is from 0, the smaller the value it has. So now we're going to use our understanding of integers to answer the questions below. Looking at number 1, Georgie is asked to plot the number -3 on the number line below. Where should Georgie plot the number? So when I look at this number line here, I've got 0. All the way to the right, I have +5. And then all the way to the left, I have -5. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my number line here. Starting in my positives, going to the right, I'm going to start with +1, +2, +3, and +4. And then to the left, I'm going to go -1, -2, -3, -4, and there's my -5. If I'm going to plot -3, I'm going to go ahead and take 3 jumps from 0 to the left. 1, 2, 3. There's my -3. And that would be my answer. Looking at number 2, the following transactions are shown on a bank statement. List the transactions from least to greatest. Use the number line to help, okay? So when looking at these numbers, I've got +12, -5, +8, +3, and -$11. When we're talking about money, whenever you spend money, that would represent your negative number. So if you bought a coffee and it cost you $5, that would be -5 because you're losing that money in your bank account. Now, if you decided to deposit money into your bank account, because say your grandma or your mom gave you some money, that would represent a positive transaction on your bank statement. So that +$12 means that you're putting that money into your bank account so that you can spend it later on. So thinking about my number line, I know that all of my positive numbers are going to be on the right side of 0 and all of my negative numbers are on the left side of 0. Now, the bigger the negative number, the farther that number is away from 0, and that means the smaller the value. Okay, so if I'm putting these in order from least to greatest, I'm going to start with my biggest negative number, which is -11. If you spend $11, you would be -$11, and that is our least value. Then I'm going to move on to -5, my next smallest negative number. Okay, so I'm done with -11 and I'm done with -5. I don't have any more negative numbers, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to my positive numbers. Now, when we're looking at our positive numbers, obviously the smaller the positive number, the smaller the value. So if I have $3, that's smaller than $8. And then if I have $12, that would be my greatest value. Okay, so whenever you're putting negative integers and positive integers in order from least to greatest, your smallest value is always going to be your biggest negative number, and then you would work your way up to your positive numbers. Now we're going to brainstorm some real world terms and phrases that indicate a positive or negative integer. So most of the time we use integers when we're talking about money, or when we're talking about the temperature outside. So some real world examples for negative would be to spend. I spent money. Or there was a decrease in value. Okay. Equal to would be the same or equivalent. And then when we're talking about positive real-world examples, that would be a deposit or an increase in value. Okay. So those are our examples of integers on the number line.